right? First nominee, we're looking for a repeat. We're looking like fucking Jordan in the 90s here for TikTok dipshit of the week. I'm gonna say I
stop halfway through and go to like YouTube, go do some other medium.
At first, I was against saying her name on the air because I thought it was tacky. But then I was like, you know what? These people put these things on the internet. They want attention. So fuck it. It's at Cracked Shell 77. She's our first nominee for TikTok dipshit of the week. She's back. She's got a rant. Someone else victimized her because nothing has ever been her fault. So go ahead.
Yeah, I hope it was the IRS this time, dude.
It was not the IRS. It's much more basic bitch than that. It's just under Chrome tabs. There you go. Yep, right there. Yep, Red and Circus's video. Perfect. You see it, Nick? It's our dipshit of the week. There we go. Hit play.
Man.
All men.
Yes.
I need y'all to start working on your fucking shit.
I
need you to start doing it because, and I mean this with so much love, you are not fine. And you guys, that's your favorite phrase. You like to say, I'm fine. I'm okay. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel great.
She looks about like I imagined.
Yeah.
Bullshit. You're wrong. Because I personally, and multiple females that I know, have never met a man that is completely fine.
Okay, pause.
I have never met a man and stop. Full stop.
Yeah, that's what she. Okay, so like the whole thing is like she wants us to, when you ask how they are, they say, "Oh, I'm fine." It's no like. Of course, everyone's got things bothering them, but not immediately, right? So yes, I have trauma from my past that bothers me. What do you want me to come over and be like, so how are you feeling? And I just unload everything bad that's ever happened to me. And I'm like, you got this thing in Ukraine going on and the gas prices are double what they were a year ago. What am I supposed to unload?
Is she upset like that we would meet like passing by, like she's in front of me in a grocery store and she's like, how you doing? I'm like, I don't just start being like, dude, I spent $50 today and it didn't fill up my fucking car. Like, you want to hear my life story, girl? Like, we only got like 10 seconds tops. You know what I
mean? Right? Yeah. No, we're just supposed to unload. Okay, you could continue.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Completely fine. But
she said it.
You guys like to suppress that shit. You guys like to just not fucking talk about it. You like to pretend like, oh, I healed from my shit all by myself because I'm a big man. No.
Big man.
Did you guys know that 1 in 4 people in the world have experienced deep fucking trauma?
Pause it again. 1 in 4. Where is this study? I want to know how it was conducted. They polled every person on Earth and went, hey, have you experienced deep trauma?
Dude, it's the scientists, dude.
Trust the science.
It's the scientists. They did the study.
What an idiotic say. I want to see 1 in 4 people in this world have experienced deep trauma. Define like what is deep trauma? Because it's different for everyone. Like for some people, deep trauma might be like, oh, my Xbox 360 got the red ring of death.
Oh my god, that's traumatic, dude. You don't know. You don't even know, dude. I had to go like 2 weeks without being able to play Halo 3. Like,
no, man, all you had to. I figured it out when I was a kid. You like turn it on its side and you tap it 3 times and you let it sit and it would go back to normal.
It sounds like a Nintendo. Did you ever have an NES when you were a kid?
I was 64.
The NES was like, dude, you seriously had to like fucking spin it around like you were an Italian pizza chef, like smack it on the top and blow into it and shit. Like
the simpler times.
Yeah. I only had one because my dad was cheap as fuck and never bought us like a Nintendo 64 or anything like that till I was like 7. So I had like his old NES from the 80s. Like,
all right, continue.
% of that is men. That's still so many men. I can't even tell you the number because I don't even know 20% of a fourth of the world. But
not surprising.
Y'all need to start working on your shit because it's not cool anymore. For you guys to be suppressing this shit, for you guys to be taking it out on everybody that you love and not working on yourself and not going to therapy and not looking deep inside yourself and asking, what's wrong with me?
Says the walking billboard for therapy.
Or why am I hurting so many people? Or why is everyone angry at me? Instead, y'all like to just place the fucking blame. You like to blame game all over. But here's the fucking thing, is that if you worked on your stuff, if you really worked hard, stopped fucking people, stop just running
sex, dude.
through people that love you like a fucking treadmill, then you would see
like a treadmill. It's Eminem.
There is a depth. There is a depth of love that you haven't even experienced yet. Because when you work on your shit and when you
I feel like you pause me. I feel like this is a video that she made, like talking to her ex, and she's just directing it at hashtag all men. You know what I mean?
She literally it's some guy that she had dated for 2 weeks on Tinder. Yeah,
her ex Josh fucking put a hole in their apartment wall, dude.
Some guy she had dated for 2 weeks on Tinder had just broke her heart again. And
her drywall when the Braves won the World Series. He was fucking pissed. I don't even remember who they were playing, but it was the other team.
He was mad.
He was mad, dude. He fucking hates the Braves. He's so pissed because it's making fun of Native Americans, dude. And he just made him so mad, and he just put a fucking frying pan right through the drywall.
He's the first ever woke domestic abuser.
Just like, oh, it's a racial stereotype.
Tired of the stereotypes. God damn it!
I'm tired of the cultural appropriation.
Get over here. Let me smack you around some more.
Throws the TV remote at the wall and shatters it, dude.
I'm on the right side of history. Here, let me give you another black eye.
Your white privilege is allowing this.
A woke domestic abuse.
God, that's like a skit off of like SNL or something.
That's the episode title, Woke Domestic Abuser. I don't fucking care if it gets us kicked off YouTube. All right, go ahead.
Shadow work, and when you pull all your bad stuff to the forefront and you're honest with yourself, your love for other people and other people's love for you will be so much deeper. So you think that it's beneficial for you right now.
Yeah, the girl who's probably on boyfriend number 7 in 2022 is explaining to me what love is. Telling me that we're taking all our problems, that we're venting all of our problems while simultaneously keeping them bottled up. Here's my thing. And this goes it goes to the incel thing too, right? Like there are millions of men and women all over the world that are truly in happy relationships. You may not believe it, but they don't resent their spouse. They don't hate their life. Like they truly enjoy each other. The fact that you continuously find men or women who don't vibe well with you and are pieces of shit is a reflection upon yourself. Like flies stick to shit. You know what I mean? Like that's like, what are we doing here?
Just keep doing this thing to become a narcissistic asshole, to be abusive verbally.
Damn, dude.
Well, you know,
you hear that? You hear that, man?
You,
if you don't talk about the fact that your parents got divorced, you're going to be an abusive dick.
That's right. Well,
there is a world of love for you. It's not as easy as you think to keep doing this. And if you worked on that, you'd see that the harder path is also the most beneficial. And you will feel so much better. So work on your shit, please.
You can stop sharing. You have to.
Is that her name, Sharon?
No, I said stop sharing. You can go back to that.
Stop sharing, please.
So I think my problem I think I figured it out.
Those are a lot of words that she said.
She did say a lot of words. I think my issue with this girl is that what? Do I have something in my nose? What? I don't know. Oh, the septum ring might be. Turn the mic on. You can talk to us and tell us those things. Because otherwise I just look like a moron looking off screen. Like what? No, she said my issue is the septum ring. No, but my issue with this girl, I think, is that she tries to sound super intelligent and deep when she has the IQ of a turnip. Like, you know, when people have that inflection.
She has the IQ of a high school dropout.
Right. Yeah. That gets fired from piercing places. Right. Yeah. Like, and nothing against people that work at piercing places, obviously. But let's be real. If you get fired from one, you're kind of a fuck up. Like, but she has like she has she has that inflection of her voice of someone that's trying to sound intelligent and deep, and the elevator no fault of their own, the elevator just don't go to the top floor.
Pretentious is what we're looking for here. Yeah,
pretentious and retarded. I think that's a dangerous combination.
It's like she with her fucking her TikTok understanding of like psychology, dude. You know what I mean? Like, her understanding of like clinical psychology goes about as deep as like the fucking like 12 videos she's favorited on TikTok explaining like general fucking psychological terms and stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I looked through her account, right? And she has other videos on there where she's talking about like, oh, I fell in love with another guy on Tinder this week. And it's just like, I'm like, and I'm looking through some of the other
power
posts.
to her, but you know what I mean. Save the armchair psychology for like one of those guys that's pretending to listen to you so he can fuck you. You know
right,
what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, tell him that. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe stop putting out for cheap sushi. Maybe that'll fix your problem.
Yeah, you know, cheap sushi. You know, is sometimes see cheap sushi's good. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
We'll be in the camp here. We'll suck a few dicks for cheap sushi, dude. You know, hell yeah.
Okay. Should we do the second nominee? I only have two this week.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do the second nominee for two. This one's a little bit shorter.
Girl or
no. It's different people.
That was on TikTok. Damn, dude, that was like a 3-minute video.
You can go up to 3 minutes on TikTok. Damn. Yeah, it's so it'll only be one. It'll be different people. So you only get one nomination per week. I mean, they can repeat. She's a strong candidate to repeat because we only have one other contender.
Oh, she's looking for the three-peat, dude. She's looking for the three-peat here.
Three-peat of what? Guys that fucked her after she went to Burger King with them and then left her. Like that's all right. Let's do the next one. We've bashed on the mentally ill long enough.
I don't even think she's mentally ill. I think she's just
This one comes to us from Libs of TikTok. It is a phenomenal Twitter account. You should check it out. I mean, yeah, I know that's the boomer word and everything, but these guys are fucking like the shit they find. I wish I don't know where they do it. I don't know what kind of time they have on their hands, but this shit's shit's golden. Okay, so this one is not wanting to date a trans person is transphobic. Mia, what's the name on there? I can't read it. You got to turn the mic up. What's the name?
Eddie Over Gold.
Okay, Eddie Over Gold is our other nominee for dipshit of the week.
Get it, dude.
All right, let's see what Eddie has to say.
I've had this discussion before, and I've yet to see somebody give a reason that wasn't based in transphobia, that wasn't based in the idea that you find the fact that this person used to present as a different gender disgusting, or the fact that you still fundamentally
see them
as a man.
Here's a good reason, because you don't like dick.
Yeah, I don't like dicks.
How about that?
I don't like dicks. I don't like. This is gonna get me kicked off. This is gonna get me canceled. I don't like bullet wounds. It used to be dicks.
Bullet wounds.
That's what it looks like.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
So a friend of mine who doesn't want his name used on the internet showed me against my will one time. You can assume who that friend is.
Drinking around, playing poker. Some dude like, yo, check this out.
You ever seen a trans pussy before?
Look at that shit. Literally. Look at it.
But yeah, I mean, like, at what point do it's not transphobia, man. It's called preference. It's called. Yes, you're correct. I'm not attracted to someone who has or used to have a penis. Enjoy vagina. I don't enjoy artificial vaginas the same way I don't enjoy artificial hamburgers. Don't give me a Beyond Burger.
Because of transphobia.
Okay, so are gay men misogynists? Like, what?
Yeah, right.
What do we draw?
Literally, yeah. Gay men are misogynistic, dude. They don't want to fuck women. Why? Why are women not as good as men?
Are you saying it's because they have a vagina you don't want to fuck? Yes, that's exactly what he's saying, actually. That doesn't make him a misogynist. It makes him gay.
It does, dude. It does in this fucking crazy TikTok world.
Well, dude, like these new like TikTok fucking Maoist communist bullshit, they like openly don't like traditional gay and lesbian people because
they're like social Maoists, dude. Because they don't. I mean, they're just going against the traditional view of like gender identity and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes it feels like they're just going against the norm to go against the norm.
Literally.
I mean? Yeah.
It's like when you see people, I saw a TikTok. I wish I could find this one because we'd nominate this person for dipshit of the week, but they're talking about their pronouns are clown. So like when clown goes, clown self, clown went to the grocery store today. Like, yeah, that's actually very fitting. Clown. You should go. You should legally, not just your pronouns, your name to clown. Perfect.
Yeah, dude.
Or see a therapist.
You know, I try not to rag too much on the people like that be like, oh, my pronouns are shklee shklom or some shit. You know what I mean? Because I've never met those people in person.
They don't exist.
You know what I will rag? Well, you know what I will rag on is because I see it in person all the time. But before we start this video up, is because I work in academia like right now. You know what I mean? So I'm around a lot of like university employee types. And like, dude, I get emails all the time from these fucking people that put their pronouns in their email, dude. And I'm just like,
oh, it's annoying.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, why are you like this? I get what you're doing, but like, you know, every time I see somebody do that, I'm just like, oh no, this is one of those people. You know what I mean?
It's posturing. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, dude, your name's fucking Jessica. Your name's Jessica. Your name's Mike. I can tell what your pronouns are. You know, if your name is like
they're just pandering and
like pandering.
UTEP will like send out. Well, I don't even care that people know that they are like at UTEP. UTEP, when I'll fucking forward these emails to anybody that asks, I get emails from like the UTEP's fucking like sociology department or whoever the fuck that sends emails, and they'll be like Trans Pride Week or some shit like that to me, and then they'll put like they'll literally put like LGBT2Q4 ampersand for like community, and I'm like, this looks like a shit post on Twitter.
Literally,
dude, like, but it's serious.
My thing with the trans thing, right? Like there are legitimately there are legitimately men that feel like they were a woman, and whether they get the surgery or they don't, not my business. However they want to live their life, that who fucking cares, right? Is it a mental condition? Probably, but it's none of my fucking business. I don't care. They're not hurting anyone. They say, you know what? I'm a man. I feel like a woman. I felt like a woman my whole life. I want to live my truth and dress as a woman. Who fucking gives a shit, right? But when you get the like clown self, them, shut the fuck up. You're not a they them.
I've never really encountered that. You know, no, and I know it's out there. Like I said though, I comment on the stuff that I tried.
Right.
Like, person, you know what I mean?
So
I see the fucking the posturizers, you know, like sending out emails to the entire student body, and then I also see the Latinx shit, and that stuff is fucking like the complete opposite. I think of what the intended benefit, like the intent of what people are trying to do with that. It's like whitewashing.
Mia, how do you feel about Latinx?
Yeah,
considering you are one, how do you feel about the Latinx label?
I don't know. I think it's stupid.
It's whitewashing, dude. It's literally whitewashing Latino culture. Because
why aren't you guys willing to change your whole language and culture for a very small group of people on TikTok? I think that's pretty. We can't even say transphobic because just trans implies there's only two genders. So I don't even know what it's bigoted though. That's
because the people on TikTok don't matter.
They're not. People on TikTok are not real people.
It's funny because whenever I'm walking around school, I'm a big surprise. You're seeing this at a fucking state university, right?
Yeah.
They don't refer to any of the Latino community groups or anything, like all the like posters for everything. And which I think it's really funny that they even have these at UTEP, considering that like 85% of the student body is Latino.
Right.
But they have like Latino, like empowerment movements, but it'll say like Latinx community and stuff like that. And I'm just like, they're whitewashed. They're whitewashing the name of the Latino community. It's hilarious, dude. Like,
what's that?
I just think it's funny. It's like they're trying to switch around the entire like of their own culture to fit like white Western fucking values, you know?
Right.
What I mean? And it's just funny that they They don't even realize that they're whitewashing themselves.
Well, it's like we had Noe Ramirez on here not too long ago, and he was like, he's like, he has a whole joke about the Latinx or Latinx or whatever. Nobody even knows how to pronounce it because you hear Latinx, he calls it Latinx. No one knows. No, you know why no one knows? Because it's something that's only ever typed. Because a lot of this internet, social justice, woke internet lingo is never like you said, these aren't real people. These are people on the internet. And I'm not saying they're not real people because they're trans. I'm saying they're not real people, straight, gay, trans, whatever, because they don't leave their homes and they don't get off their phones. They have no contact with the outside world other than fucking TikTok and Twitter.
I have a professor that says Latinx all the time in class. And you know, he says it like he's absolutely fucking terrified that if he says Latino, like I hear him, he wants to say Latino, but he says Latinx, and it sounds like he's just because he knows that if he says Latino, like there'll be like that one fucking person in the class that'll like report him, and he thinks he thinks he'll lose his job if one person complains about it. You know what I mean? So it sounds like I fucking bitch, dude. It's hilarious.
The sad part is he might lose his job if someone
I don't think he'd lose his job. Like, trust me, this guy's probably saying a little bit more stinky stuff than Latino and Latinx. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everybody just goes along with it in these like positions like this because they just don't want to make that fight. They don't want to offend their own fucking culture. You know?
No,
I mean?
no one wants to. No one wants to be the one that's next. A lot of people are worried that they're next.
People like and the sad thing is people like Noe and people like Mia and people like and the rate. You know what I mean? People that aren't like in positions of power to make decisions about the poster and shit that'll appear. Those are the people that don't care. You know what I mean? Or those are the people that are like aren't important when it comes to that fucking discussion because they're not the ones like making policies for their university or making like policies for their fucking business or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's just what's like kind of sucks about it.
And that's Dave Smith he's Legion of Skanks, funny enough, but he's very intelligent on politics, economics. He had a great point about it. About corporate wokeism, that kind of stuff. Corporate woke, like corporations, they'll pretend to do the woke thing. Like they'll like when you have an actual like hard left person like Bernie Sanders that's running for president saying we're gonna put a whatever % tax on the rich people and the corporations, close these loopholes. They don't want that. But if they can trade,
they want Hillary Clinton. They want the Clinton, dude. The one that looks like they're all woke, but is actually just the regular like shit politician.
They're like, oh, like all we have to do to avoid, you know, being held accountable for the crimes we've committed on Wall Street is just send our employees to diversity training, mandate they put pronouns in their email. Say, yeah, we'll take that as opposed to the other thing. Like if that's all it takes to appease the left, fuck yeah, we'll send we'll fucking. We'll only hire black people during Black History Month, like just crazy shit. Like
basically, dude.
The pandering is insulting. Like truly, if I were an African American person, the way some of these companies pander during Black History Month, I would be offended. Like it's absurd the way some of it is. Anyway, continue the video. We got trailed off there. Eddie Gold, let's hear from him. Why we're all transphobic bigots. And gay men are also misogynistic.
Pretty much every reason I've ever heard anyone give in all of these arguments is transphobic. Now, if there was maybe like
the two guys that he talked to on Facebook comments,
children with someone, cool. But niggas who say this are almost never that's what's on their mind. It's transphobia every time I've heard somebody argue about it. So yeah, I mean, technically it's not, but almost it definitely fucking is.
What were he can't even name like one reason, dude. He just knows they were transphobic.
He said the other reason was, I mean, maybe I've heard some people have said, oh, I don't want to date someone I can't have kids with, but everything else. So he'd never heard a reason except that one.
The only one. The only one that like the one that made sense was the only one that he could remember.
The whole reason humans started mating in the first place, you know, to reproduce. But forget that. Besides that one major reason, besides that one critical thing to the survival of us as a species, I can think of nothing else but bigotry. Right?
That guy did it, man. He found every trans person a fucking a soulmate, dude. He did it. He fucking solved transphobia right there, dude.
Like
he fixed it.
And
now we all just want to have sex with trans people. Like.
It's just like I said about the sex workers last week. No one's the dude's not saying that the government should mandate that we all date trans people, but he would also consider you a piece of shit and less of a person if you didn't want to date someone with a penis. Like that's so like where's it maybe I'm not into butt stuff. Where's it supposed to go? Where's it supposed to go? Where's it
Where's it supposed to go? Where's it supposed to go, Eric? Where's it supposed to go?
That hole's too small, damn it. No matter how much lube I use, the dick hole's too small to fit mine in. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
You imagine if men just sounded like that's how gay sex works with dudes. They just sounded each other.
Oh, dude, that word fucking hurts my dick. Sounding. Mia, have you heard of sounding? Do you know what that is?
No. Do I want to know?
Should we tell her?
Yeah, absolutely.
We live together. This is an on-air sexual harassment. It's okay. Sounding is where a man sticks items inside of his penis hole to get himself off. She's like almost in tears right now. I wish you guys could see her.
It's that terrible.
It's disgusting.
It gives me the Ghiblies thinking about it too. I'm like,
hurts thinking about it.
Yeah.
When you said it hurts, I thought you were gonna finish it with "I've tried."
I've tried it multiple times. I mean, it's
first.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts for the first couple times, right? Just like anything else. You got to pop your cherry, and you start with like paper clips and
a little bit,
Eventually, you
can get numbing lube for it. You
know? Shit they give you at the dentist. Have you heard of how Mormons cheat the whole no sex before marriage thing? Have you heard of that?
Oh, I've heard of it. God, what do? They do they do anal? Is that how they get around it?
No, that's how some Christians get around it. Mormons do this technique called soaking. She knows what soaking is.
Isn't that where you just stick your dick in her and then you just leave it there? Like
you stick your dick in her and you don't move it. Sometimes they'll have soaking threesomes where a third person will be there to help them get off and jump on the bed while they soak. So he's not thrusting. They're not thrusting in each other. It's a third party. It is what it is. It's just moving. We're not going to hell.
That sounds like something like a guy told a Mormon chick. Like he told that to her to fuck her, but he's he's telling his friends the next day, like, yeah, dude, I told this fucking dumbass that I just stick it in and we don't move. It's not sex. Dude, she believed me. What a fucking idiot.
That's the Mormon equivalent of you can't get pregnant if you're on top.
You can't get yeah, you can't get pregnant unless you come,
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works. So we'll get around, we'll be good.
Unless you come. This is a disgusting episode.